but I do have Amazon Prime. And so our next review, I Want You Back, is on Amazon Prime. I believe it comes out today. And I did get to see I Want You Back at a drive-in. And it is also a romantic comedy, very different from Marry Me. Very different from Marry Me with Jennifer Lopez and Owen Wilson, because I Want You Back stars Charlie Day and Jenny Slate. And if you know their work, I'm Charlie Day in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. What a great show. That show is so good. It's just like, there's certain episodes of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia that are just classic. The one where they try to they want to win this award for their bar. So they go to this cheesy place that's like TGI Fridays. They try to or Bennigan's, and they try to make their bar kind of like that with banter and, cheesy drinks. Oh my God, that episode is so great. Charlie Day in that is fantastic. But it's Charlie Day and Jenny Slate. And the premise of the movie is both of them are dumped by their respective partners. And what they randomly meet and say, hey, I was dumped. I was just dumped. And what they want to do is they plan to break up their exes from who they're currently going out with so they can get back together. That's the setup of it. And I will say it's very unexpected, more unexpected than Marry Me, which is pretty much by the numbers, seen it before. And I'll say, I have to say this, I like it. I like it because Jenny Slate, I love her. She's so great. I mean, she's just, she's uncharacteristically good looking. And she's also, so I think she's very attractive, but in a different way than, say, Jennifer Lopez. And then Charlie Day is just you could tell that they definitely improv'd a lot of it. A lot of this movie was improvisation, which is great because I think both of those, they're both comedic actors that are good at that. And also there's twists in this movie that I didn't expect. It doesn't have that, they're not playing these traditional roles because both of them are heartbroken. They don't want to be together. They want to be with their exes. And the whole movie's about that. So I recommend it. It's on Amazon Prime. It's one of those things, if it was in the theater, I'd think save your money. But, I Want You Back, being on Amazon Prime, it's fun for what it is. And in particular, if you like Charlie Day, strongly suggest checking it out. So
I find it interesting that comedies, rom-coms, comedies, they're kind of a dying breed. And so they are now fodder for streaming. And it is Marry Me that is actually getting the theatrical release, although it is doing Peacock as well. I find that kind of sad because I'm a huge fan of comedies, and they're not making them anymore for obvious reasons, and they're not coming to theaters anymore.
Well, thankfully, I would say that for both films, both I Want You Back and Marry Me, they're not particularly woke in an annoying way, right? There's a little bit of it in I Want You Back, but it's not I kind of feel well, that's in the culture. You know what I mean? That's around now. So it's, but it's just, this is going to sound weird. It's just interesting to see romantic comedy. It's just oh, wow, it's a heterosexual couple that wants to get together. We don't see that as often anymore. You know what I'm saying? You don't see it as often. So it's kind of refreshing. It's refreshing to see. So there you go.
Call Me Brother. That would be our recommendation of it.
Call Me Brother. If you want a really uncharacteristic romantic comedy, strongly recommend a movie called Call Me Brother, which has one of the actors, the lead guy.
He's I forget his first name, David Desmukes or something like that. Or I think he's on Saturday Night Live, basically.
He's not, I can't pronounce his last name.
Yeah.
But Call Me Brother, it's an incest romantic comedy.
Oh, you just gave it away.
I gave it away. But it's so weird. It's like a John Waters movie. It's like if John Waters made a romantic comedy, that's what Call Me Brother is. And I love John Waters. I grew up watching, John Waters films in high school, and it kind of warped my brain. And I like that kind of you never seen anything like that. So
and it won Best Comedy at Award This as well last year.
It did. Award This, which is coming back. Go to awardthis.com. Our deadline, if you are an indie filmmaker, you're listening to this or watching this, go to awardthis.com, follow at awardthis on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook, and get in. All you got to do is submit your movie to Film Threat. Go to filmthreat.com. There's a little submission, and we are still taking submissions through, I think it's like the third week of March. Check it out. And you will be eligible for our Award This event in May. More details on that coming, because you can actually get tickets to Award This. Let's go to our comments as we look to wrap up. Jenny Slate is hilariously annoying in Parks and Rec. 100% agree. 100% agree. Favorite rom-com? When Harry Met Sally is my fave. I would say, Scott, that's a really good answer. I would agree with that, but mine, I hate to say this, would be Princess Bride. I really think Princess Bride. Would you put Princess Bride in
I don't think I would call it
rom-com category? No. Yeah. I mean, it's rom-com, but it's also adventure. It's a kids movie, kinda, that appeals to adults. But I really love Princess Bride. That would be, but like rom-coms are not like, I'll see them, but rom-coms are kind of like, I don't know, fine.
Yeah, I mean, remember Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan? They were just producing rom-coms one after the other.
Yeah, exactly.
I've seen You've Got Mail way too many times.
One of the most underrated rom-coms is Blast from the Past. Would you agree with that, Alan?
Which one is that one?
Blast from the Past? I don't know. I've never seen Blast from the Past.
Yeah. I probably have seen it, but don't remember the title or the plot.
And thank you, Scott. Call Me Brother is on Tubi.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, so go. Yeah.
You need to go. Yeah. You need to go see Call Me Brother.
Well, there's
and then go see Donnie's Bar Mitzvah afterwards.
Donnie's Bar Mitzvah is really good too. I'll say that we use this app called Just Watch. You can put in any movie, and then you can just see like where it's playing, like what platform. It even does like a price comparison. Like there's different pricing if you get it on like Vudu, if you rent it on Vudu, as opposed to like, Amazon Prime or whatever. But Call Me Brother's on Tubi, so watch it with commercials. Frasier and Christopher Walken, released in 1999. It's talking about A Blast from the Past. So there you go. And Brendan Fraser and Alicia Silverstone, it's great. So
is that the caveman one or?
No, I think they're talking about Blast from the Past.
That's what I'm saying. Isn't that the caveman one, or where he's? Yeah. Okay.
Well, Alan, we've gone for a full hour and a half here. I think we're going to be wrapping it up shortly here. We'll get through if there's any super chats. I don't see any super chats.
No,
that's okay. We appreciate you being here, sharing this, and subscribing to the channel and letting people know about it. That helps us. That's support. If you're unable to support with a super chat, we appreciate that. We appreciate your. That's Encino Man.
Okay, so Blast from the Past. Brendan Fraser spent 35 years in a nuclear fallout shelter, came out into the world, and then fell in love with Alicia Silverstone.
It's like a Rip Van Winkle thing.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. And Loom TV says always Blast from the Past is Frasier grown up. Okay, yeah. Thanks, guys. And then here you go. Loom TV says almost fun here with you guys. I think you meant always fun. Yes, you did mean always. Thank you, Loom
yes.
TV.
Okay.
No, that's great. But we thank you in the chat. We're going to be doing these live casts every Friday. We're going to be talking about all the movies that open for the weekend. Movies,